So my lyrics been a long time waiting for you, and then you push me away. Painkillers for breakfast, I ain't feeling the day. I'm fucking geeked up, but I tell her I'm okay.
What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl KD, and I am back with another video. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. It's that time again to record a brand new reaction video. I'm excited to do this. In case you guys didn't know, I do want to start posting frequently. I am trying, y'all, but my job has been kicking my butt overnight. Just bear with me. That's all I can say is just bear with me. But if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're rocking with the content. If you are OG follower, I appreciate you for coming back and watching the content. With that being said, we're gonna get into this video. So today's video is called Surviving a Roller Coaster That Tries to Kill You in 1 Minute. I'm nervous. Like I'm already not a roller coaster rider. Like I'll ride it, I'll get on it. I'm gonna cry the whole way, but I'm gonna get on it. Like I'm gonna do it. Just be prepared for me to be crying the entire time, but I'm with it. So let's see what this is talking about. This video was created by Great American Coasters. So let's see what they're talking about.
What I hate whenever I go to an amusement park with someone, it's when they're too afraid to ride a single coaster. And okay, if they get motion sickness, then I can understand that. But if they're irrationally afraid to ride a roller coaster, then I get irritated. Your chances of dying on a roller coaster is slim to none. Actually, you're more likely to die on the way to an amusement park than you are at the amusement park.
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I really don't know. I get the statistics, but I just feel like I seen Final Destination when they flew off that roller coaster. You know what I'm saying? So immediately that's what my brain goes to when I'm thinking about riding one of these roller coasters. It's just Final Destination. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't tell me your statistics. I'm still gonna bitch them on all the way up that roller coaster. And then I'm gonna get off like, let's do it again type shit, you know? I don't know. I'm weird like that.
Park. Just think about that. A roller coaster is a controlled environment. You're monitored by sensors, a computer system, contained by a restraint. Then a car, you're protected by a thin leather strap with a driver that may or may not make a mistake, surrounded by other drivers that may or may not make a mistake. Now, I'm not saying roller coaster accidents, they don't happen, but if they do, it's on very rare and specific circumstances. It could be between design fails, human errors, a big one, improper maintenance. However, in today's standards, you don't really see that anymore. Parks that want to go above.
I mean, I get it. I done been on some rides that's been a little creaky. You know what I'm saying? Like they done had type shit. Like no, like I've been on. I try my hardest not to ride wood roller coasters because I feel like they're just not sturdy. Like I just don't feel like they can endure many roller coaster rides. I mean, I get it. You know, you got your bolts, nails, like screws and shit. But like, it doesn't help me with any comfort knowing that there's wood shaking with the wind and creaking as it's coming around. It's probably 60, 70 miles an hour. It doesn't make me feel good, okay? Don't do that. Don't do that.
Of what's required and have a ton of redundancy
I don't even got
to
no
make sure you
track.
are safe and have fun. But how about we just ignore all that, sweep it under the rug? Let's say there was a roller coaster out there where you just die, flat out die. You're not supposed to live after you ride this coaster. No,
I ain't getting on it.
nothing.
What are you talking about?
This coaster is for you to perish. Who would dream and design this concept? Well, one engineer.
First of all, this right here is enough to kill me. You get to that top, I'm probably already dead, Chief. Like, it's already done for. Like, let's be honest. I'm probably... And then you want me to whoop? Nah, you want me to hit that whoop? And then you come down to not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, 5, 6, 7 loops. That... I ain't surviving this at all. They trying, like he said, they trying to kill you. Neck be all like, play the video.
engineer that I assume is demented, because he designed a roller coaster where you are not meant to live. How would it be like to ride this coaster? What
Death.
components are supposed to end your life?
All
What
of
are the
them.
chances of you actually surviving this coaster?
None.
Well, let's find out. The roller coaster in question is called the euthanasia coaster. Many enthusiasts from the 2010s.
Okay, hold up. First of all, it's called the euthanasian. Euthanizing. As in putting down, killing. I'm not getting on the roller coaster specifically, solely, completely, surely off of its name. You trying to euthanize me? I can read. I know some of those words. Like,
Because a decade ago, a French designer by the name of designed the euthanasia coaster. It was never meant to be built, it was more satirical.
you
Anyway,
sir
let's go over the
cruel.
ride experience to see what this guy was smoking. According to the
Please.
euthanasia coaster website, because that exists apparently, you enter the ride on a single seat, so you get no partner while you take the plunge, and you go up a chain lift very slowly. He seemed to really
I get it. Could you imagine seeing a ride coming down? Because, like, okay, if you've ever been on a roller coaster, you know, like, depending on how the roller coaster is made, they're carts. So, like, it could be 2 to 3 people in each cart. Like, can you imagine a roller coaster full of just, like, 20 dead people just coming down?
that part because he wants you to take it all in before you decide to end your life. This would have been the tallest coaster in the world if it ever got built. Because over
I can't say that on
456
YouTube.
feet, this would be about 1,600, so more than 3 times the height. When you do reach the summit of the 500-meter lift hill, there would apparently be a button next to you, and you would decide whether you wanna
That's
go down the
so
drop or
taunting.
be released. Oh, okay. I assume you would have done that before you left the station, but whatever, it's fine.
Like, wait, so I gotta get up here. So I've already made the decision to ride this ride. And so normally you have ride attendants that control pretty much the ride, like when it starts, when it stops, and things like that. So you telling me once you start this ride as a we're gonna call you the funeral director at this point. Like, so like once this ride starts, you go up, it doesn't just automatically start. It's like once you get to the top of the loop, there's a start button that you have to push. Like, should I kill myself? Shouldn't I? Like, if I don't press the button and I decide to make a decision to just be like, just kidding, like, are there a set of stairs like I can get out of the ride that high up safely, that'll get me out of there in time? Like, is that a thing? Like, is that, or like, I gotta sit here and contemplate if I really want to kill myself. Like, if I'm, you know what? I hate this ride. I'm through.
You're about to go over the drop. As you reflect on your life, it's too late. You descend at a speed that's near terminal velocity, meaning you're going almost as fast as the force of gravity, 100 meters per second, 223 miles per hour. As you go down,
my
you may
God.
think this is the best coaster drop of all time. I mean, I imagine because it's so freaking tall. But what
If
happens
you
next
live.
is not so pretty. Remember, you're going at 223 miles an hour, and you have to level out the bottom. Instead of going with the force of gravity, you're going against it. And by doing this, you're exerting a lot of G-force. I've discussed G-force before. The one you experience here is positive G's. How many? Well, 10. To put that in perspective, you just sitting here and doing nothing, just living on Earth, is 1 G. 1 times the force of gravity pushing down on you. If you experience something like 2 G's, that'd be twice your body weight pressing down on you. Just leveling up another G is another multiplier to your body weight. So 10 G's would be 10 times your body weight forcing down on you. If I try to compare this to a different coaster, Tower of Terror at Gold Reef City seems like the best candidate because at one point of its life it did exert 6.3 G's. Even if it still did, it was in such a short time frame, so it's probably not the best comparison. I would have to relate it to something like I-305. Sure, it only exerts 5 G's, not 10, but it's the best we got. I-305, it's known for making people gray out and black out. Why? Well, after the drop, you go into a nice long turn that takes about 7 seconds, and during that time, you're feeling all 5 Gs. So by doing that, the brain isn't getting enough oxygen, since most of it's going to your feet, which causes your vision to get all blurry and dark. Gross, but that's how it works. The euthanasia coaster, you're not experiencing this for 7 seconds, you're experiencing this
the whole
60.
ride.
And at twice the G-force, it's gonna be lethal. The engineering comes into play when it has to maintain 10 G's of force for over a minute. How does it do this?
So like, at what point, like honestly, at what point do you make the decision to get on this ride? Like that's all I'm thinking. Like, you know how like you put down your puppy or something like that because they're really sick and you really want them to, go out peacefully. So like, is that like the same thing you would do for humans for this ride? Like they're really sick, but you want to send them out in a sick ass way. Like I'm like you going out in style. I'm gonna put you on this roller coaster. Like but what point do you make this decision to get on this ride? Like that's my question. Like honestly, because I ain't getting on it. I don't care if I'm sick. Like the sheer fear that's in my mind, knowing as soon as I get on this roller coaster, I will no longer be alive in 60 seconds. Like that's so scary. Death is imminent. Like I can see it. It's in my view. It's right there. Like, like just take me out right now. Just right now. Don't make me wait 60 seconds. Just now. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I don't know. This could be the slowest or fastest 60 seconds of your life. Like that's the honest truth about this.
You see the 7 loops on the coaster? These are circular loops, ones you would find on Schwarzkopf coasters.
Oh my god, they're so tall.
Loops, which is like an oval shape where you lose energy going up, then gain it on the way back down. These ones, they maintain centrifugal force to make sure you feel a lot more intensity. Notice each loop has 10 G's of force. It's able to do this because each loop shrinks in diameter and allow the train to power through each one, because the coaster is going to naturally slow down. So later in the ride, it has to tone down the elements while also keeping up with the force. Just like I threw a 5, the blood's gonna be rushing from your head to your feet.
Ooh.
Except this time your body's gonna have to overcome a whole different kind of punishment.
Oh.
And then without oxygen to the brain, you're gonna experience hypoxia. That's when you go into tunnel vision, then you gray out, you black out, then you pass out.
Yo, I should not be feeling anxiety watching this demonstration. Like, my breath got caught in my throat watching this. Like, my anxiety levels just went so high. Oh my god. Okay, go ahead.
Not get oxygen until at least the 60 seconds are up. And at that point, you're supposed to be dead. Notice how I said supposed to. Even though the euthanasia coaster is supposed to kill you in terms of euthanasia, I do think you're able to survive this. That's because of 2 reasons. 1, the credibility of the guy who designed this, and 2, some aspects that involve biology. But let's first look at reason number 1. So, is strange. Would be under-exaggerating. No, he's insane. Let's just look at his portfolio to see what other work he's accomplished. Let's see. Okay. This is, something else. So apparently one of his works is an artist rendery of a frozen dead body planet. Okay. That's,
So
okay. He wanted to see...
He's like basically enthused by death. Like he likes the idea of death. Like I don't know, like he seems to be enthused with the idea of death.
If enough dead bodies clumped together, they would make their own gravitational pull. Alright, what else we got here? We got the cum spin. I'm gonna leave it at that. The Honoric Hotel, which is apparently a pop-up hotel where you can, I think, artificially manufacture your dreams or something. And you need 3 band-aids on your back to do that, apparently. Something called the Vomit Simulator. You can guess what's gonna happen by this image. And, oh my god. I'm done. I'm not describing any more of this guy's work. He's clearly not an engineer. I don't know what he majored in, but you can't sit me down and tell me that his machine that forces you to watch interpretive dance is brilliant. He's one of those people who comes to the with a weird product with a shock value that just gets others talking. I mean, I'm babbling about his euthanasia coaster right now, so he's got me hooked. But even if you still think he's credible after I've told you all of his work, including something called Talking Doors, it's literally just 2 guys with a plank of wood, just look at his video on the euthanasia coaster. You can tell he doesn't know what he's talking about at some points, and what he says is very generic.
Quite long journey. In the middle you have a hardline element where you are spun around a track like this. At the very bottom, you start to be raised again.
I just don't think he's credible.
Wow.
Let's just ignore this for right now and get to my second point, biology. I already told you it's supposed to kill you from hypoxia. The issue is, I don't think you're exposed to 10 Gs long enough for it to actually end your
Ooh.
life. Sure, any doctor will tell you that 60 seconds without oxygen to the brain isn't good for your health, but if you want to be clinically brain dead, it would take 3 to 6 minutes of ride time for it to kill you. The 1 minute duration, likely what would happen is, when the ride's over, you're gonna be in a coma.
Yo,
Some people may have to be on life support
really-
because of a snapped brainstem. Organs could...
that's creepy. I'm really getting anxiety watching this. Like, I wish I could feel how I feel. Like, I'm really getting anxiety watching that little demonstration of the roller coaster. I do like to watch those POVs. Maybe I'll watch some on this channel, like where you go, like where people go and they like have a GoPro or a camera attached to them, and you get to ride the ride with them. I do like those, but this one is sending me. I can't do it. I want them to stop going in this loop. I'm not gonna make it to the end of this video. Let's keep going.
be shifted, but you'll still be alive. Not well, but alive.
Not well,
Who
but
couldn't survive
alive.
the euthanasia coaster the way it is now are people with respiratory issues, high blood pressure, octogenarians, just anyone who is severely sick. And that's kind of who this ride's intended for. Sure, the designer, who
See?
I can't pronounce his...
I said that in the beginning. I said, who do you put on this ride? Do you put on people who are like seriously sick and you want to euthanize them in a badass way? You get on this ride. I said that. I called it.
His name may be a crackpot, but dang it, I
Crackpot.
enjoy the satire of the euthanasia coaster. It tries to present itself as a solution to death and incurable illness, two subjects people don't really want to talk about. The euthanasia coaster is a way to end life on a high note. Go out on your own terms with a shot of adrenaline. Death may be terrifying, but when you go down that drop and up the first vertical loop, all that's left is bliss. Maybe that's what he intended with this design. Make death look
Girl.
intimidating, but it's not
Woo!
gonna be as bad as
I want them to stop doing this.
Or this was just a way for him to get a bunch of dead bodies for his planet. Oh well, not all theories can be a winner. Anyway, that's just my take on the euthanasia coaster. Tell me in the comments, if this actually existed, would you make it your final ride?
Hell
Sound off below,
no.
because I do want to hear your thoughts about it. Please like.
I want to be laid up somewhere comfortably in my death moment. That's what we're gonna say. That's gonna be the end of this video, you guys. He's weird. There's nothing wrong with being weird. Everybody has their weird quirks, but it's like his enthusiasm about death is creepy. And that was gonna be my next question too. He hit the nail on the head. Like, what were you gonna do with all these bodies? Like, do you just give them back to the family? They just throw them in the trunk? Like, drive home? Like, do you have a funeral person, like the mortuary, like on speed dial? Like, okay, we got another one. Like, how do you handle something like that? Like, that's weird. I don't think this was well thought out. You can obviously tell, like he said, that the guy who created this has no idea what he's talking about when it comes to roller coasters. So off the strength of that alone, I would not get on this. We would really have a Final Destination type shit. Like, it would not go as planned. So yeah, that's our weird video for the week. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it made you laugh or at least made you smile. Make sure you hit that like, comment, and subscribe. If you hit the like, comment, and subscribe. I don't know why I say that, because you can't hit you can, I guess. You know what? Don't even worry about it. Make sure you leave a comment, hit subscribe, hit that like button, hit that nutty bell so you know every time I post, and I'll see y'all next reaction. Remember, God loves you and I did too. Peace.
Hey, feel I'm in the mood for a switch up. I hit the function, hit the rose till I hiccup. I hit the stage and leave with money that's a stick up. She picture perfect, so I told him I'm a flick up.